All right, guys, and welcome back. My name is DFree, and for this one, I really had to go ahead and make a video for this, and the reason why is because this is a rare, very rare Legends W. So post that in the comments down below, rare Legends W. We have the event going on right now where there's basically a boost on two things. Well, really just one thing, but a couple of different ways you can do it. So there is a boost for what you're getting basically for the drops on rerolls for equipment or for just upgrading equipment. It also works on equipment awakening. So let me just say this. I'm going to show you guys several equips that are good, the ones you should be prioritizing. But if there are equips here that you are trying to get, and equipment awakening really kind of sucks because you got to do all that stuff, get all the different pieces, then basically merge them into this one. And then if you get a crappy slot one, say like this one goes with 18 and you get like 8%, you know, that one's probably garbage, right? Most likely, unless you care, unless you only care about getting a low tiered S maybe, you know, stuff like that. But nonetheless, this one's really good because these also are boosted for that first slot. So if you have one that you're trying to do, you have a chance of getting really good drops for this too. So huge shout out to the Legends devs for this one, because if you're not familiar with the equipment in this game, I've said it before in the past, like right here, it says eligible for campaign. It's got the orange percentage there. I've said it in the past, but equipments in this game are weighted, and they're all weighted differently, especially the ones, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do that Red Cooler one that came out when he did for Red Saga, some movies characters, that has 35% strike attack. Stuff like that, when they have a really massive margin where it's like 5 to 35, they're weighted really poorly most of the time. So it's really hard to get an actual high drop on those, high roll on those, I guess. But also what happens with those equips too, or just equips in general, is on a per equipment basis, even if they don't have a crazy range like that, there are just going to be some equips that they purposely, because they make them individually, they purposely say, oh, this is a good effect or whatever, or maybe it's double stat in one slot. We'll make this have like a really low chance to actually be anything higher than a minimum drop, basically, if that makes sense. So equipment is terrible, and we're not even having good luck right now, but equipment is terrible. So when I'm done with this in just a second, I'm going to show you guys what you guys should be doing. So again, first things first, if there's any equip that you really want to just do, that you're trying to build for your team, that you need to awaken, because there's a lot of equipment to awaken, if there's any of those, this is the perfect time to do it. Next, if you are sitting on a boatload of erasers and you've got these equips because you're what's it called? You're a perfectionist, if you will. You've got these equips that are like double or triple gold slotted. Oh, like this one, where it's like it's got a gold and a red, and you're like, oh, I want to see if I can get this one to be a Z. Now is the perfect time to try to get these equips to be a Z. And if you're wondering where to get erasers, by the way, like so like bonus of plus 30, that's what they gave us for that. If you're wondering where to get erasers, go to any of the various freaking 5 dozen exchange shops and exchange whatever currency you have within reason, right? Oh, look at that. Look at that. That didn't take very long. So yeah, like these are the ones that also, if you're a perfectionist, you're looking for those Z's, this isn't even perfect. If you're looking for a Z plus, you can do that. Now be aware that it will not work for the secure upgrades. I mean, if I were to secure upgrade this HP slot, it would probably push it to a Z plus anyway. This should be like literally a Z plus. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So I'm going to highlight a few teams for you guys right now that I think you should be focusing on. Starting off with Future and GT. We're going to pull those tag lists up. And there are some subgroups like, you know, Regen, if you're talking about Baby. There's God Key for a lot of the Future Saga characters. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are subgroups, but we're going to mainly focus on those, and I'll highlight some equips that you guys should be working on. So as you just saw, if you didn't know, this game has an archive where you can see all of the equips in the game, awoken or not, all the different rarities, and you can sort it by tags, just like characters. If that was helpful for you and you didn't know that, hit the thumbs up. Also, not all equips are available all the time. Like, literally, this one. You literally can't get this equip right now. I haven't had this equip probably since it came out. This happens sometimes where they're just not available, but if you find one you want to do, find how to get, and this one too. I have a good roll on this one though. So anyways, let's go through and we'll see. So first and foremost, I was just messing with this one. This is one that you don't really have to worry about. You just want to get this one so you can awaken it. These are okay if you have the blast attack based characters, which Future tends to be more of a strike based team, or characters that are blast based but don't really care about having blast specific buffs. Looking through it, we have the defense equip. This equip is whatever. The last slot can be strike attack or blast attack, but it depends on your team. If you're looking for a defensive equip, this is a good one to roll as well. HP double defense, basically, or not HP, excuse me. Ultimate special move double defense. This is actually a really underrated equip for defensive characters. There's not a ton of equips here that I can really see just at first glance that are really relevant. However, I will say some of these awoken ones are very powerful. A very high amount, 18%, not the highest amount, but a very high amount, and then a decent amount on pure attack in that last slot. If you need some of these for your future based team, this is one to go ahead and get a few copies of. These awoken ones I haven't personally got. I don't care about the negative value here for blast attack. Double attack is a good one as well, up to 30% on that strike. And then here again, high stat values overall. So the ones that have very high stat values, like I pointed out a moment ago, are traditionally and typically going to be very hard. Those are the equips that you want to really try to key in on when it comes to re-rolling with the equipment. Also, we're going to take a look at GT. So GT is kind of a weird one. They obviously, as you see, don't have as much equips, but a lot of GT's equips are just not all that great. What even is this one? Where is this one at? Okay, I haven't seen this one. Critical special move. I believe critical stat increases here don't work the way you think they would with the math, if I remember correctly, from when Broly got one of these, when it was a Broly icon for like Super Saiyans. I don't think it works the way you think it would. But this is designed for tag Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I believe, with the special move and crit and stuff. So I guess if you want that. But most of these equips are kind of just whatever. Like they've got stuff like the damage 2 last slot. So not a ton really to focus on here. What I'll say is the ones you want to focus on are going to be this one. And we'll go to the section for this in a second, because really all the equips in the Ultimate Equipment Collection are ones you want to focus on anyway, because those are typically going to be ones you're going to need multiple copies of. You want to focus on this equip as well. Very powerful for your GT characters. No discrimination whether it's like Goku or whatever, or ranged or melee. Well, I guess you want to put it on a melee character anyway, but you get my point. You can put this on whoever you want and you'd be good with that. This one is good too. This one is for ranged only, I believe. Yep. So blast attack, special move, double defense, very good equip to try to prioritize. This one has pure stat increases for strike defense, has options for either attack stat. So this could be a solid one. And again, it's for GT overall. Could be a solid one if you get a strike attack and then blast attack, or strike attack double defense, but a high strike attack value. Just kind of depends what you're going for. But these ones here, I don't know if they're even available. Yeah, they're not available either. These are like, okay, this one is available. But these are ones that like I would suggest as well, getting a good slot 3 on them. And again, you see that they switch between the increase and then the character / battle style. I would prefer if you got strike and blast attack versions of these equips, for the record. That's more so what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's get out of here and we'll go to the Ultimate Equipment Collection, because like I said, this whole section, this is where you need to be. This is where you need to be living. So we'll double check here. I don't think that characters like this are eligible, or equips like this are eligible for the slot 3 increase. I don't care about the slot 1 increase, because when it comes to farming, you'll have a higher chance at getting see right here, you have a higher chance of getting a slot 1 increase at a high number, right? See, like right here, I got 28, 28, 15. You have a higher chance of getting a gold or red if you were to throw a bunch of energy here, which is good, because a lot of times with these equips, we'll throw thousands and thousands of energy in, well, tryhards will, myself sometimes included. You'll throw that amount of energy to try to get that red slot to really min-max these characters and stuff like that. Like this Vegeta one, for example, it doesn't have a stage, or didn't have a stage at that time. But nonetheless, you would try to do that and you would have an increased chance of doing that. But I want to find out here live in the video if slot 3, which is where those LF based equips really are important, I wonder if those have an increased chance. I'll upgrade these ones as well, I guess, in the process, whatever. Let's see. I don't know, but we'll find out here live. Slot 2 should still, yeah, slot 2 does. Okay. And the last one, oh, it said not applicable. It literally said not applicable. That's unfortunate. It makes sense. It does make sense. But that does suck. So when it comes to the LF based ones that have those crazy third slots where they pick up crazy effects, that's not eligible, but it's still a good time to farm ones that you missed out on. They added a stage for Vegeta. Oh, I had this one already. The ones that you missed out on, you know, because you might get a good drop on it. And at least the first 2 slots have an increased chance of having high value instead of the third slot. However, on equips like that one we just looked at, where there is no crazy effect in the third slot, this one should be eligible for slot 3. I don't know why it wouldn't. This is a garbage equip. This is a terrible equip. so yeah, it should be eligible because there's no added effects like Jiren or Kid Buu has, for example, or Bardock, all these newer LFs. So this is one I was talking about earlier. Equips like this are traditionally real. Look at that, 235 to 35 on 2 slots, dude. That's crazy. This equip is terrible. I gave up on it. I really did. So focus on these equips. These are the best ones to go for. And the last thing I'll leave you with, and this is a more general team building thing, because I told you this is more so the best equips. I tried to highlight the teams that are most relevant right now. But what I will say is, ignore this team, by the way. I changed this team live in a video, and people were still asking me why Mai was in the leader slot if she wasn't going to use, but she was used for 1 match, and I recorded my intro after I'm done with my video. It's just how I am. Anyways, so what I'll tell you is, as a general testament to team building, is if you have, just for the record, just generally speaking, if you have a melee character, give them melee equips. So whatever they have that's available to him, if you don't have it, or if you go to recommended and they list something you don't have for this character as an equip, whatever, however, oh, there it is. If they have something here you don't have, go ahead and farm it. This would be a good chance to get this one. I have this one, but I need a strike based one. Yeah, this would be a good chance to get this one that has a lot of stuff on it. So anyways, general tip, put on the best strike based equips in your strike characters, your range characters, put best blast based stuff. You can also mix in some defense stuff. It just depends on your play style. So that's pretty much it. So focus on those things, get the best equips. You can go to the archive, you can go to the suggested, like I just showed a second ago. Focus on the platinum equips like this Zamasu one, the ones that are going to be the best ones and offer the best stat increases. This is what you guys should be doing. And again, if you're looking to perfect some of your equips that you have that are like this one, could easily be a Z plus if I just, you know, secure upgrade it. That's something I could do at any point, really, because it's not going to go much higher than this. But if you're looking to perfect some of your S's and get them to Z's or whatever, this is the perfect campaign. And like I said, Rare Legends W, this is the type of, I'm going to end on this. Stuff like this that's new, refreshing, this is the type of stuff we want to see, man. We want to see stuff like this for celebrations. We don't want to see, I have no problem with getting Hoi Poi, especially since it's been revamped. I have no problem with getting the other incentives they put for celebrations. But man, it just feels nice when they do stuff like this. This should be something that's permanently in the game, right? Remember, speaking of Hoi Poi, remember the first time that popped in and it was so new, so refreshing? This is the type of stuff we want to see for Legends Festival or for celebrations in general. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe, and let me know which equip you guys are working on. Also, if you haven't seen it, we're doing a Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core video. It should be live, and it might be clickable on the screen right now. Please check that video out. I know it traditionally is not going to do as good as this video or other Legends content, but if you support the other videos, it means the world to me. It helps the channel tremendously. So thank you. I'll see you in the next one.